Here we have a J2000 with error code 0002. This error code pertains to the trolley motor. Sometimes the gear breaks, but most of the time is due to a coin jam. Here we press button number 1, option --25, press button number 4 to exit out, and we can see the error code. This does not allow the trolley to move back and forth. Most likely there is a coin that is jammed. When we have this error code, first thing we gotta do is power off the machine, remove the coin mech from the machine, locate the coin that is stuck, remove it, place the coin mech back into the machine, restart the machine, do a reset on the coin mech, and attempt to do a first load and load up the coin mech. So we're gonna do it step by step. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna power off the machine. Right down here we have a power switch. We're gonna push to the front the T15. We're gonna grab a Torx T20 screwdriver. We're gonna loosen up the screws that are here. Okay. We are going to undo the cable. So we're gonna remove the cable connection here. Goes over the top. We have this rubber grommet. We're gonna go ahead and pop that out. Okay. That's off. And after that, we can just shift up the coin mech, and it's out of the machine. Now that we have the coin mech out of the machine, we're going to go ahead and we're gonna take it apart. It's best to be at chest height with the coin mech, meaning sitting down on a table. To take it apart, it's a lot easier. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lay it down flat. We're gonna remove this cover, pressing this little tab up, pushing this out. There is a tape-like thing here you can just grab, pull the connector apart. Now the trick to pull this cassette out is to grab the walls, push it apart, and with your thumbs you're gonna apply pressure up on the cassette, and that's how you're gonna remove it. Out and up, like so. Gently I'm going to feed this cable. Notice that this cable comes straight from the back in between these tubes on the back. And we have now the cassette out. Coin jams usually are located towards the bottom of the cassette, so that's where we're gonna go first. First thing we're gonna do is, if you do have some coins, I want to mention that they are gonna fall from the top, and when we put back the coin mech back into the machine and the cassette, we want to go ahead and empty it out. We're gonna remove this cover, popping it out, applying pressure towards this way. Try to pop it out this way. Now we got the rails here and here. As a matter of fact, right now I can see the coin that got jammed, which was that dime right there. Apply pressure out here. Pull this apart here. And we have the trolley. And that coin was actually just released. Okay, we want to make sure that the coin stoppers are in position. They're springing like that. We just popped off that other coin that was just there. And now I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this. It is crucial that this pin falls in the groove of the trolley right here. So you're going to place it right over it. You're going to look at it on its side. You're going to make sure that pin falls in that groove. And it's stuck like that. And you're going to put in your the rails. Just pop them in place. Go ahead, put this one right here. Pop it in place. Now the coin deflector. Pop it on the side first. Okay, and then we just push it down. Okay, and if you want to take out the coins from the top, you can just flip the coin mech upside down. Okay, do a couple shakes, and all the coins will fall off. I'm gonna make sure the cassette is assembled correctly. It is at this time, and we're gonna mount this back into the coin mech. Just before I keep going, in the event that you have to take apart these tubes, okay, it will be as follows. You're gonna remove the cover on the top first, okay, and as a side note, every tube has a position and a specific diameter. If you draw a chart of the top view of this and write everything down, you can go ahead and reassemble it back with no problem. So, for example, tube number 1, which is in this position right here, this will be tube number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tube number 1 is DIA 26, that means diameter 26, and it is position A down. Okay, it has a tab and there's a groove on the plastic, so it will also go one way, and it seats down. Another tube that's very important we placed correctly is tube number 3 in the United States standard configuration, which is position A down. There's a little clip on the top, which is like a little tiny ramp. If this happens to fall off, you can just go ahead and grab it, pop it back in place. Okay. And another special tube is the one in position 4, which is for the quarters. But since this space is designed for the larger coins, you're gonna have 2 bushings. The one on the top has a little ramp, and the one on the bottom looks like a little crown. Okay, this crown goes facing down, and it's very important that you put it this way because it allows the coins to exit out. If you put it facing up, that will not allow the coins to exit out. And again, it has a tab and a little groove on the coin mech set. All the other tubes that you can put on the coin mech, they have again specific diameter and specific position. Remounting this cap onto the coin mech, we have a coin return slide. We're gonna put this slide right over it, like so. Kind of pops in place like that. We want to start it off from the top. Want to take a look from the top, like so. And we're gonna start getting all these tubes going, like so. We're not gonna press it all the way in until we set this slide first. After we have that started in place, we're gonna grab this cable, a trolley cable, and we're gonna put it in between these little 2 tabs that we can see on the other side, like so. This tab and this tab go behind the black plastic. See if I can show you. I'm gonna start playing with this and start pressing it down. Gently, it is very important that we do not force it. Everything falls in place specific way. Okay, that one in there, and the cassette has now gone into the proper position. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mount it back into the coin mech. Okay, now that we have the cassette that is fully assembled, we're gonna go ahead and put it back into the coin mech. I'm gonna grab it like so. We're gonna grab this cable out of the way, and we're gonna insert it through the back of these 2 tubes, and we're gonna get this cassette almost in place, like so. I'm gonna pull the connector through and clear of the tubes. Once that has passed, we're gonna connect this area on the top, just make it flush, like so. Pull this guy apart like that, make sure it's not snagged. We're gonna apply pressure like that until these 2 plastic tabs have found its way in the metal chassis. We're gonna connect this connector here, screw it down, we're gonna send this in place. And now we're gonna install it in the machine and do a reset and see if it clears the error. Now we're gonna go ahead and mount the Coinmechanism to the machine. Go ahead and pop this open like so. Line up the holes with the screws in the back. Slide down. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these screws just a little bit. I'm make sure this connector is connected all the way in properly. Positively in place. I'll run the cable as it was originally to the grommet over the hole in the metal chassis, and I'm gonna connect it right onto the main board. Same connector. Make sure the machine is powered off when you do this step. We'll place the grommet into its correct position. Okay. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a Coinmech reset. To do the reset on the Coinmech, we're gonna go ahead and press button number 4 and hold it. While pressing button number 4, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the machine. Down here. You're gonna see a decimal dot. We're gonna press button number 2. Another decimal dot. We're gonna let go, and we're gonna see a U go across the display. The Coinmech accountings and error codes have been already erased. If you have an error that has not gone away, if you press button number 1 and button number 4, it should have appeared on the display, and this time it did not. Now your Coinmech is ready for a first load and to be filled up.